Hey there YouTube, I'm Yukitsu, this is Yukitsu Times. Welcome to my channel, welcome back to a little bit of Stellaris. After we've meddled with our elections, we find ourselves in a new and exciting sort of thing here. Something like that, I don't really know. Just dying a little bit, don't worry about it. Alright, so we've got a pre-sapient species over here on a tropical world. Could be a good thing for us to grab onto. The reason that pre-sentients are kind of nice is that we can get to this wormhole here. It's a wormhole system as well, so we definitely want to get it, but when we uplift them, I don't actually have to be qualified to live on that planet. What the hell is our situation here? What are they? Minerals refining. So plus 30 a month minerals. Okay. Got our colony done here. So this place is going to need a little bit of stuff. We can go ahead and get some of this stuff eventually. For the time being, I'm just going to have unemployed people down here, I think. New systems like that tend to grow in a weird way anyhow, so down here we're looking at a situation where we're gradually creeping up to our consumer goods cap. Probably going to have to put our consumer goods into our capital here. Also could be a good idea for us to start working on our agri districts, but again, we can't really do this. So I figured out why we've got Empress Sprawl here. It's when you've got too many like borders that don't connect to anything. That you control. So like this planet over here just is connected to so many different things and we don't control all of them. So apparently that's what it is. It's a really weird non-transparent system. So hopefully that like gets a tooltip or something like that. I don't know. But either way, looks like we're going to be down here for a while still. Either way, it's going to get worse and worse, especially if I take this system. We're going to end up with a lot. So I want to make sure that we get the extra percentages there. Going to learn how to build the gene clinic. So we might actually build the gene clinic on our capital as our next building. I think that's what we'll do if we can. Alien barracks, okay. Oh, okay. Expertise military theory. So that must have been that. So that was part of those new whatever. I can't remember who those guys are, but I'm not going to worry about it. Let's see here. Arctic 15, like there's a lot of small planets around here. It's not very many big ones. I'm actually getting kind of at the point where I want to start building with something. Like I'm kind of getting to the point where I might have to start building just really bizarre things. For now, I think we'll be okay for a little bit longer here. 9 months for this to come in. Maybe if I get here... That was fast. Alright. Well, actually, I know that that person does stuff fast. Okay. Either way, might be a good idea for us to just get these two systems, because I think that'll actually bring down our empire thing here. I'm not super happy with this one, but it will stop that and that from having a problem, so it should bring us back up to close to 100% empire sprawl. Or 100%, yeah, 100% is what we're looking for there, instead of like 110% or 114% or whatever the hell. Alright, and we're still surveying like everywhere rather than just in this area here. Alright, is this our other continental? Yeah, and there's our good continental. Continental 21. Alright, so this gives me a whole new set of imperatives to get all of this connected up here. And I think that that's going to actually help us out a little bit in a certain sense there. Just gonna die here a little bit as my lungs collapse. Hope no one minds, but yeah. Anyway, this place should be slowing down. Why do we have militarists? Seriously, how the hell did we get militarists? God damn it. Alright, well, they'll be there. That's a thing, I guess. Sure. Let's see here. Got this. We're gonna go ahead and get Career Network. I'm still debating whether or not I get the Ascension perk. Okay, that's fine. That's down all the way over there. If we get to here, that's secured. And getting access to some of the things like the wormholes is super, super important, so don't shirk on doing that. I think this one's also hitting us a little bit with our districts and stuff like that. I don't know. Why are you not building a starbase? There we go. So after this, our Unity, we could go through the discovery tree early on. I think that's probably a good idea, at least to get to boldly go. To boldly go, I think, is a really, really powerful one there. The plus 35% survey speed, really, really good in the early game. Very bad in the late game. So better to get now than later. It's after that that gets really tricky, though, because once I've got that one, I don't necessarily need to be clipping along in science that fast. So we'll see how things go, I guess, there. More society research. So that dropped us, actually, to 27%. Happiness plus 5%, great. Mining station there. And we don't necessarily need our workers down here to be doing what they're doing, but looks like our population's going up fast enough that it doesn't really matter. And we're already up to 29 mineral gain, so that's pretty good. Alright, so 76, I need 95. Yeah, I need my political parties to take hold. Alright, we could do our capital as a trade capital. It seems to be in the center of some okay trade stuff, or I could put one at somewhere like Honam Ter, which is a pretty appropriate constellation name if you're looking at a bunch of like weird random ass space elves. Anyway, the other thing I could do is probably hit our situation log. No, we don't actually have anything that can help us there. Cool. Alright, so this planet, plus 5% happiness and plus 25% immigration pull. This is a really good planet. It doesn't have any of these things, so it's actually going to be a perfect metropolitan construction capital. Just build tons of housing and stuff like that, and it becomes more and more powerful as things go along there. Oops. Cool. Okay, so we're just going to add that there. I feel like I did that wrong, because I feel like this guy's got more move orders now than he should. Anyway, over here we got like unemployed people and lack of housing. I've got enough districts now that I can go ahead and build this, so I don't feel as worried about that whole situation. And we can go ahead and build another farm over here. Yeah, that's actually looking pretty good. Over here, I feel like we can go ahead and get this. Actually, I'm going to save it for Map the Stars first. I'm going to use Map the Stars first. I can do it right now. Okay, old gods thing, Map the Stars. And we should actually be able to get a chunk of influence out of our churches that we're finding, those weird space churches. Can actually get you a little bit, so... Like, here is a really decent place in some ways for trade. It's just I don't see a ton of trade outpost opportunities. Could be that the unexplored natural wormholes even better for that sort of thing. I don't know. And we've got access to like 50 for our Empire Sprawl, so... Alright, was that the last of them? That might have been the last. I think I did that wrong. Okay, so... I'm gonna do it like this, actually. Okay. Just in case pirates show up, I should probably be building some more ships pretty soon here. Auto best here. I don't really want them to have the picket design there. I want them definitely to be interceptor types. For now, actually, like 3 blue laser is quite a lot more damage than going for the blue lasers and mass drivers, isn't it? No, actually, the mass driver is pretty okay. You kind of want that sort of mix there, though. Early ships don't have that much shields. Alright, we need a reactor booster on these. Okay. Let's see here. Gently excavate the asteroid or probe it. Let's proceed carefully. Caution proved well in order. Hidden inside V413 was a host of old mining drones programmed to attack on sight. Okay. Huh. Interesting. I think we've only got basic ones of these. Yeah. Serving thought here. So, sudden gravitational shifts. Okay. Yeah, just a ton of science there. Pretty much free. Go ahead and grab that. Okay. I think we head down this way. I don't really want to go for this one because I know it's going to screw me over because of that sort of multiplier. Although we can afford it now. We've got an admin cap of 50 now. Down here, I'm just waiting for those growth centers because that's going to be a real nice thing to have early game. Okay, once you get there, let's go down here. I like how I've gone like so far from my home world that we've got this guy trying to just barely keep up, and he's not even doing that. Or she? Yeah, she. Lacking 20 more influence. So much. Yeah, I just wish this planet wasn't what it is here. It's just such a bad one for what I'm trying to do. Oh well. I mean, I could go for a real sprawl and just have multiple agri-worlds that are just sort of fueling a ton of growth and stuff like that. That could potentially be okay. Especially if I'm doing something like getting communal housing on planets, because if you get communal housing, you can get a whole bunch of extra population on your planets with while you're still also running a lot of districts. But then again, districts house just as many people as like they employ, so you still end up in a weird situation. Alright, should be able to build this pretty soon here, just end of this month. And have we got any sprawl problems right now? No, we do not. So 29 is how many you actually have. I'm going to need the tech as well. It gives me another plus few, but how are we doing here as well? Dark matter deposit. Okay. So that is over here. Even more important system now. Keeps growing and growing in importance, but yeah, we definitely beeline down this way, I think, with our constructions once we get a chance to. Well, I don't beeline there, we proceed cautiously, but... Oh, hey, there's some aliens. Faction founded, full enfranchisement center, greetings caravanneers. Oh, these are just, yeah, these guys are salesmen. I don't have to worry about these guys. How did I figure out that that's what they are from that, though? They should have been a question mark. Huh. Every time I hear that, I kind of think of like that Calvin and Hobbes thing, scientific progress goes blank thing. Let's see here. Gene clinics. And now we can get access to... Huh. I can either get 10% more food or I can get this one. I'm feeling like I go for the farmer one. It's the one that's going to help us grow our population in the meantime. Okay, so we have got our gene clinics now, so let's go ahead and grab those. These guys are all still doing what they're supposed to be doing. We got our Shrines of the Old Gods thing here. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, I should have been doing this in one of them. Which one had that? This one. So hopefully I did that right this time. Control-Shift-Click, but... Either way. After we get this done, I have to think of... Oh, it was the merchants, guys. Okay. I have to think of another thing that I need to do here after this. So you can bypass these guys. They're not in a really bad spot either, but... Sort of have to hope we don't find anything too crazy. Okay. These two systems suck, so we'll hope that this guy finds some nice things along here. That I can sort of go that way. So at this point in time, I decide, like, which of these do I care about? So if I wanted to, I could go something like Interstellar Dominion and then use that to, like, expand a lot faster because it's a lot less influence. Or I could do something like One Vision here, which I find helps a little bit with getting more influence because people will be drifting towards our... That reminds me, I need to check our factions. Fully happy. Okay. So... I could go with something like One Vision to make it so that people get pulled to our faction more, so that means I get more influence, which is even better when you're a fanatical egalitarian. So this could be quite good for there. Plus 10% unity is kind of okay, but I don't really care about plus 10%. It's not enough to really care. This could be quite okay. Consecrating uninhabited planets up to 3 increases spiritual ethics attraction and empire-wide amenities as well as unity generation, scaling to the spiritual significance of the worlds consecrated. So basically we find like empty worlds and then we pop this on there. I'd have to actually check, but what you do is basically hold some planets that you're never going to colonize and you just keep consecrating them. Empire-wide amenities as well as Unity generation. I don't know if it's enough Unity generation for me to really think that one's better than One Vision. This would specifically get me more priests, though, or more spiritualists. Mastery of Nature is kind of okay. Clear blocker cost minus 33%, and you know you're going to have to do that. And it lets you do Mastery of Nature. This is a decision that permanently increases the maximum number of districts or planets a planet can support by 2. So basically, it increases the size of the planet permanently by 2, essentially. So it goes from, like, say, a 25 to a 27 or something like that. So we could take that and turn this planet over here from a 21 to a 23 size. That would be kind of okay. The clear blocker is also kind of nice there. It's not, like, super great, but that's what that would do. Or we could do, like, Executive Vigor, Edict Duration plus 50%. That one I find is not that great. It's quite a lot of extra duration, but it's ultimately not a humongous enough amount to make it worthwhile. Transcendent Learning, this one I don't think that gives you much, because I think, like, each level is only, like, plus 1% or something like that on the thing they're supposed to be doing. So that one I don't think makes any sense. This one, if we have tons of small groups of vassally type things, and I don't really plan on having too many of those. Enigmatic Engineering. This, I think, is more important against real players, so I don't really think Enigmatic Engineering makes that much sense. I'm not allowed to take Nihilistic Acquisition, and all these other ones have, like, requirements. I could actually just wait, but one of the things that I probably want to do is, like, I don't know. So those are our options. I don't have a ton of star bases, really, so this upkeep is not really that big a deal. So what I think I'm going to do is actually just take to boldly go right now and just worry about that later, because we were going to have spirituals pop up pretty soon here. Alright, so we found all this stuff here from the old gods there. We could actually get a decent chunk of society research. Might be a good idea. We should be getting a decent amount of the society research, though, but suppress the findings would immediately get me enough influence to do, like, 1.5 star bases, or outposts or whatever. It's not a huge amount, but it is pretty good. And then we could also do this, which would change us to more spiritualist. I don't want to be more spiritualist, because that screws us over a little bit there. So what I'm probably going to want to do here is go for Knowledge is Power. I'm going to go ahead and suppress the findings there, just so that I can start working ahead on our other things here. Yeah, Church of Spiritualism Unchained has been founded. I'm not that surprised by that. And this is going to drop down my stuff a little bit there. So they're pulling in about a third of our faction there, and as long as they stay above 25% of our population, they're going to be giving the maximum amount that they can give. And yeah, we did drop a tiny bit because these guys give us a little bit more, but it's pretty much what I expected. You can't stay on one party forever. Alright, so now the question is, do I want to just build across this way, or do I do something else here? Okay, again, not concerned about the miners. Let's get the coil gun, then I can get a ship that's got, like, the blue laser coil gun combo. Dimensional pocket. Okay, so we lost half our crew on that ship, but we're going to get a free science ship in a second here, which is good, because I was thinking, actually, of getting another science ship relatively soon. Or I could attack something from another dimensional. So yeah, we can gain a science ship here. Basically, like, the crew thought lost in the dimensional rift had disappeared on some unknown ship. I think this doesn't have any real problem. So yeah, they go back to work with the person that they originally worked with. They're just popped in down over here. And we can go ahead and recruit a new scientist for them. For the ship, rather. This is not great. Okay, let's just pick the youngest one, because they'll last the longest. And then we can send them off to do stuff over this way. Or I could send them back home, actually, to stand on top of Deneb. You know, I like the sound of that better. I normally wouldn't do assist research this early into the game, but I normally don't have a scientist to do it with this early into the game either, so... you know, I'm going to do a crawl along this way, probably. We'll do the research station output, even though we don't have a ton of research stations. 5 from stations there, 6 from stations there, 3 from stations there. Yeah, the amount that I'm going to get from this is pretty pathetic, but... down here, I just need one more population that I can get a real building. Although, admittedly, I probably need to get more food, so maybe we do that here anyway. Okay, so our minerals are actually where they needed to be anyhow, so that's fine. Civilian industries, we did need to upgrade this. The problem with getting this is that we'll actually drop our minerals produced by quite a bit too, not just by a small amount. You know what, I'm going to have this guy survey this on the way up, and then this on the way up. And then I'm going to have him head over to here. Alright, so now that that's done, we could just wait out the minerals thing. That's possible, but preferably we find a bunch of minerals over here. But I think this person's working on a ridiculously lengthy anomaly here. 3 years, basically. Okay, well... Limbo. Okay, this one, if I remember the Limbo theorem, has some real interesting ramifications, potentially. So hopefully we can get this done without too much issue, but if I recall, there's issues just associated with this. Magnetic reversal, okay, just some of that. Good, good, good. Now the next question that we've got here, do I want to get either of these anytime soon? So, Starbase upkeep is still not super important here. Oh, this isn't Limbo Theorem. Okay. If I recall correctly, though, we do not download the neural patterns for safekeeping. This is still actually one that I think can continue along. I'm not sure if this actually does definitely do more things, but I think it has the opportunity to. So we're going to go ahead and pick that one. Hopefully it'll do something for us. Now then, we're at 34 for this thing. I kind of want to go ahead and grab one more colony though, so let's go ahead and do that. Get that started. And that's going to really slam us in the gut, but I think we lost some more miners though, so what I could do is just chop another electrician, get them into mining, and end up with enough mineral surplus that we shouldn't have to worry about it that much. Still nowhere near being able to redo our encouraged planetary growth though, which I would really like to be able to do. We should be growing relatively faster. It's 3.45 despite the emigration. Once we get our next planet though, that one's going to be just an absolute siphon and pull all of our pops over to it, so not super looking forward to that, but it's not tremendous amounts we can do about it, really. One of the things I can also be doing is building more star bases around places. Apparently they reduce the likelihood that you get a sprawl modifier. I'm not necessarily sure how true that is, but I have no idea what I'm doing. Anyway, are you almost done this damn thing here? 75% done? Okay, it'll take you like almost another year, perhaps. Great, fantastic stuff, good stuff. Alright, a year for that. It's kind of amazing actually how long some of these can actually take. It's kind of just very upsetting in some ways. Alright, so this is 300, and this is enough that I feel pretty okay building our civilian industries here. Although that's going to suck away a couple workers, so I just have to be careful about where they end up. We've got 3 more years before the election. And not a ton to show for it, if I'm totally honest with you. Alright. Gamma aliens. What? The hell was that? Ah, signs of precursor activity. That's what's taking them so long. Huh. That's interesting. I don't have the time for research gamma aliens right now, so we'll just have to leave that be for the time being. League prison complex. Okay. The research part of these is always so fast by comparison to the rest of it. But this is what it takes to find these stupid places, these stupid aliens. They're kind of jackasses.
Construction complete.
Alright, here's our colony ship. Let's send it down to here. And I still don't really feel like I need another starbase, because these are both within the trade range of our capital. And this is all ending up in like one big super capital sort of district, or province, or region, or whatever you want to think of it as. Let's go ahead and get a temple down there.
System resources analyzed.
Huh, a system with nothing in it? Oh, nope, someone lives here. Okay, so that's what's going on. Alright, tropical world down here. So, now I know that there's stuff down in this direction, and I'm thinking that we stop here at Wegmore. I feel like that might be where we stop, but... not sure how far their stations go up to. Well, we know they're not at Clue yet, so... they haven't got a clue. Ah ha ha ha. Anyway.
Construction finalized.
So we're finally out of this shithole, which is great.
Establishing means of production.
And we're finally going to have the opportunity to screw over our influence by talking to other people. Wow, that's a crappy system as well. Alright, well, let's get it done. Then after that, I probably have to get both of these as sort of a pair. That'll bring us up to 40. Am I paying for the third planet yet? 3 colonies? Yes, okay. So this should make this planet pretty decent. I think, yeah, we're definitely losing some minor jobs here. This isn't quite enough, actually, to get me back up.
Special inquiry concluded.
Huh. Okay, so can I get more energy from something, or more minerals from something? I may have to, like, add more mines over here or something like that. Might be too late, actually. Right. Well... you know what I can do, actually? Let's go to our population here, go to our specialist, find our artisans, and just get rid of, like... 2 of them for now, looks like. And since I've got shared burden, they should demote pretty much immediately. So it shouldn't matter too much that I've shut those down. But even if it doesn't, I just have to wait till the election. This seems like it's not the way that you're supposed to be doing this, but it's back up to 35 in any event. And we can also actually go into our decisions here. I should have done this a while ago. Encourage planetary growth. Yeah, we got unemployed people who are just waiting, but that's fine. They'll... It's like, I did our platform, so, you know, we're going to have this happen the way that we're saying that we're going to have it happen. And they're like, but our jobs. It's like, well, you voted for this. And they're like, that's not how we wanted you to do this. Has put us down into negatives for some stuff here. That's the gamma aliens down there again. That is a size 23 tropical world. That is a pretty nice world. I'm probably going to get kicked out of here once they do their research on me. Pretty good odds, I feel.
System resources analyzed.
So where do I want to get to with these guys? League Naval Base. Alright. Okay, so this is the other faction. They are egalitarian, but they are egalitarian materialists, which kind of hate me. So this is where they are. And what kind of planets do you guys live on? You guys live on savannas. Okay, so they're not really too competitive against my what I have. just in terms of like them competing for the same worlds that I'm on. And I don't think I've got too many Savannah worlds around here. Like, there's this crappy one. And I didn't care too much about those, but I might try to build down towards there anyway.
Our research has progressed.
Alright. Let's go with the improved survey speed for now. It's the only time in the game that that's actually worthwhile. Also, the automated thing is just gold. Alright. Research station output 10% there. The cap on this is development speed, which I don't really care about that much. Or no, the finisher gives you an extra additional district. That's not necessary either. I just don't have that many star bases, so I just don't feel like that's super important. And the ascension perks that we can get right now are so trash. You sort of always start with one that you kind of don't really want to get, so that you can unlock the other ones. I think that I feel like getting... I kind of feel like getting technological ascendancy, which is not an amazing thing, but let's go ahead and get that. Let's get technological ascendancy. I don't know. I have a feeling like I'm going to be regretting that eventually, but it's not terrible regardless. It's just mediocre. Alright, Deneb Station. We're going to go ahead and grab our another not science ship, another construction ship.
Inquiry concluded.
Okay, that's done. Alright, and here comes the next election. So at this point in time, it's no longer really viable for me to support anybody. I just sort of have to rely on the fact that we've got these sort of... yeah, we're going to lose our physics research person, which I think is the one that we do want to lose, because they're, like... Yeah, they're helping a lot by being computer science-y, but... It's not as important as losing... Like, if we lost one of our, like, brilliant guys, that would really suck. Actually, what's your traits here? Edicts... Yeah, I could use this as an opportunity to build some edicts in. I think I have to redo map the stars pretty soon, so... New ruler mandate. Yeah, mandate unfulfilled. What? Pretty damn sure that I had that mandate fulfilled. Hold on, I just need to do something here. Alrighty, let's see what the hell's going on here. So, I skipped back to before the election, so... Sure, but it's saying that we have, like, plus 36 minerals, which is more than enough for the thing. I'm going to find out, like, my manipulation of, like, removing those jobs isn't going to actually help, and I have to actually, like, demolish the building or something like that. That's probably what we're going to find out. Let's see here. So, like, minerals refining, plus 30 per month. I don't know. League Naval Base, okay. Okay, and it's these guys again, yeah, so I could, like, immediately rival them for a bit of extra influence, but I don't know if I want to be making enemies, especially if they match me in one of my ideologies a little bit there. So, I think we stick with what we're doing for the time being. Maybe it's because I have to have him win the election as well as be the guy that I'm doing, I don't know. Like, I feel these mandates sometimes just don't work.
Together we will build a brighter future.
Okay, so... Oh, this is going to be different? Okay, we can grab the same one, though, fortunately. Okay. Fine, fine, fine. Did I get my Ascension perk yet? I did not. Okay. Well, let's just do the same thing. I might even want the Ascension perk that gets me another 30 admin cap as my second one. But second one you can actually also get Mind Over Matter, so...
Special inquiry concluded.
Interesting find over there. Okay, science ship over here has lost out on some stuff here. But we'll continue scouting in that direction. There's a couple reasons for that, but primarily what we want to do is make sure that we know what we're getting out of this. So I'm wondering if, like, it shouldn't change to that right away. It should require me to actually get to there. Huh. Mineral refining. Like I'm sure I'm missing something about those, but I feel like it should be like plus 35 here. That is literally what it says. I don't know, game. I think you're being a dick. Either way, let's go ahead and here grab ourselves a construction ship. Let's get you after this to go. Oh. Mandate unfulfilled. Yep, nope. I feel like that's just bugged, but could be wrong. It could be because like I did it by cheating. Either way, let's get these people back in their jobs there. Oh well. Energy infrastructure is what we got here. Wait, did we get reelected? Who the hell's our presiding speaker? Minerals, Starbase module cost. So we'll have more minerals, but that's... I didn't think they were the ones that won that. Huh. Could have sworn that was supposed to be our physics leader. Huh. I kind of hate a lot of things right now. Hold on. I have to go back yet again. Okay, so I got all that nonsense sorted out. It took a while. We got the proper person who was supposed to get elected, among other things. We're going to go ahead and grab a new person here. I'm thinking Meticulous. I like Meticulous. It's a good one. And that did actually push us up to being able to get this thing, so sure. Anyway, at this point in time, we're really thinking about what we're going to be doing here. Oh, this one. How did I not get that earlier? I should have had that. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Oh yeah, no, given that I've got like 1,000, I've got 165 Unity. No, actually, no. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to ignore it, whatever it is. Either way, though. Oh yeah, I guess it's because we moved around some of our build queue. So, I might want to destroy some of this stuff here. It doesn't matter that much. Anyway, what's our current thing here? Urbanizer. I kind of want to wait till we can put it on this planet. I'm not necessarily sure how much longer this is going to take. 2 more years. Derelict ship. Okay, this is a good one. If we can get this one, we're going to end up with a free ship. That's how sort of derelict ship sometimes works. Other times you just get some minerals or whatever. It's not necessarily going to give you much, but when it does give you something, it gives you something pretty nice. Yeah, okay. Worrying. Special project failed. Drat. Okay. Either way, let's go ahead and... let's see here. Which ship is this? Is this the other science ship? Nope. CNS Melmagid. Well, shit. Okay. I'm guessing that had to do with that thing that we were discovering. I'm going to see if I can save scum that, because that's pretty bad. And also, like, I just save scummed a shit ton for the election, so why not? Yeah, I'm not too sure. Like, I think that this game is just going very, very strangely in some ways. Either way, let's go ahead and make this all available. Everyone moved up to the specialist jobs here, which thankfully happened after the election. Still, not necessarily sure entirely why that mandate is so buggy. But I know I've had a lot of problems with that particular one. Alright, what do I want to do here? I kind of want to actually build down to Kudra, but I think we'll do these research stations first. I'm not seeing anything like super indicative of aliens down this way. And we've got something going over here to do stuff. And like this is a ton of energy, so I'm going to build our mining stations up here. Archaeological okay. So hopefully this person's not just gonna get friggin' owned by whatever the hell that was last time. Like, I know if you succeed, like, there's something weird on the ship that's, like, doing alien nonsense, but not really that helpful. So what we're gonna do here is wait for our urbanizer to kick in, and once that does, we're gonna go ahead and just, yeah, hopefully not die. That would be nice. Wow, that was a level 4, actually. It's not often that you fail those with a level 4 scientist. Well, either way, looking like we're doing pretty okay here. I'm actually going to start building some new military ships now. We just got access to that extra Corvette bit there. I'm going to go ahead and get the Corvette hull points as well. That's going to make them a little bit stronger, and that doesn't mean I have to upgrade them afterwards. So our Corvettes here, we're just going to go in. We're going to go look at the new coil gun, 3.04 average damage. These are going to be pretty tough to beat in the early game, just because they're quite good all-arounders. Save this one, and we're going to start building some. I feel like we have gone long enough without building any sort of fleet up here, so I'm going to build like 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. So we'll build 7 of these guys. Should be okay. Should be able to like bolster our fleet up to a nice beefy 10 there, and it'll be a stronger designed ship here. We could also upgrade these guys here. It's not going to cost us that much either, and I might as well, but I have to wait for them to finish all that other stuff first anyway. So, all right, cool. So all our scientists, blah, that's not a good spot. Okay, well, that's fine. We don't have to worry about that one. Survey up that way, I think. Could sort of do a weird loop around somewhere, I think, but let's get down here for now. I have to get at least to this wormhole. So this tropical world is habitable by us. It's not that special, though. It's not that large, so we're probably going to ignore it for a while. Just check up here as well. Maybe a good reason to sort of inhabit up here as well. Alright, this is still 44. It should go up to 46, hopefully, and not up to some ridiculous number because of percentage multipliers. After that, the question really is going to be just what do we keep doing at this point in time? So, just from tech here, we've got a lot of research going on right now, just from Maniacal and stuff like that, but our research facilities are fairly low level and we've only got one of them, so even with those bonuses, we're looking at fairly low numbers for research. A little bit higher on society, of course, because we've got those extra things there. Our society research is plus 41, which is a pretty big chunk. Battle wreckage. This is the same damn thing. This is gonna friggin' destroy this person. Why am I doing this to myself? Anyway. Fortunately, it's further along, so it's like at least I've made some progress before this guy gets like wrecked by this. Okay, let's build our mining station. I thought this was supposed to be done at some point in this year here, but oh yeah, the very, very end of it, December. So this stuff is actually super, super powerful in terms of I should probably get down there at some point in time. Got all that built. I'm pretty okay with that. This is at 46. We found volatile motes. Okay, so the fact that we found volatile motes up here kind of makes me want to make sure we build up to there at least a little bit, but we'll find out, I guess. Monthly unity from this one, so we'll take it. Even though it's only 2 and we're at plus 33. Like, plus 33 is a fairly ridiculous amount to have at this point in the game, honestly. We do really want to get these, of course, but like all 3 of these would be actually quite good. Next, I need to find somewhere where I can find, like, gas. Colony of large boring worm-like lithivores? These creatures should be steady. Okay. So, yeah, we found them this time instead of having them, like, just drive our guys insane, but... First League artifacts, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Space worms that just eat your brains or something like that. It's awful. What a terrible way to go. Anyway, I can only build very, very little more. I can only build 1 more station right now, and it probably does have to be this one over here. So what I probably have to do is wait till we get enough unity to get access to the higher grade of... Yeah, so we'll probably make our 3rd Ascension perk Mind Over Matter as soon as we can, but I think this is about... What's this? The Prince. Floats portable databank. Yeah, I think this is basically like... You basically find like a copy of Machiavelli on like a ship for some reason, and it's just like, why would we... Okay, well, whatever. Alright, so our new fleet here, it's up to 466 in terms of fleets, or in terms of whatever there. So we're going to build 2 city districts, because that's just going to finish our thing out here. And this colony here is going to be a really good one for that sort of thing. We still want to actually go in here and chuck in encourage planetary growth on our capital. Especially right now, since this place is going to get sucked dry if we don't do this. 0.84 a month there. Yeah, I think we'd be declining if it wasn't for the fact that I'm doing that. So our current changes will bring us up to 48, but this will bring us up to 50. Now I can actually go into like center or something like that and destroy a couple of these things, and destroying 2 of these will bring down our Empire Sprawl by 2 points, which would let me build 1 more station potentially. But I want to see what happens to our station count when this thing happens, when we get this done here. Because you never know, that might turn into something really weird. Oh, it's an ocean world, okay. So we should be getting a tiny bit more science now thanks to that extra guy around there. Or I guess he was already around there. Bit of a shame. I wish it was even higher, but what can you do? Alright. Let's do it this way, actually. Wait, why did I not do this thing? That's very strange of me. Okay. Not entirely convinced that you like need to get this much of it queued up at once, but I'm really bad at looking at this thing here. Dubious Abyss. Interesting. Oh yeah, there we go. So our Empire Sprawl got us screwed, so we need to do something. Probably deal with this one is my guess. So let's go ahead and build a station here right away, and let's go ahead and drop 2 of these things. So it's the generator districts I'm going after in this particular case. We want to make sure though that all the remaining ones are actually drops us into having unemployed people. How unpleasant. I'm not going to worry about it at this time. So this is now at 61. Yeah, like unemployed people aren't actually a big problem the way I've built up so far, so just going to not worry about it. Okay. So yeah, this is just hammering our science by quite a bit here right now, and a bunch of other stuff. So definitely feel like we want to do something about this there. Yeah, 84% empire cohesion is pretty bad. I'm guessing it's this hole that we've got in our empire. Although this is actually reaching out and touching like 3 different spots, so it could be there itself. Let's get you down here, I guess. Mining and other thing. Alright, so what do I do about this? I'm probably just going to have to wait till this planet has the availability of more stuff. Population's probably growing a bit slower here even, since we're probably getting more people emigrating. Yeah, when you don't have as much jobs, like you end up having people emigrate faster to find places that do have them. Which is probably all to here, but, you know, whatever. 2.32 from immigration, yeah. This place has got 7, I've got 11 jobs, so I should be able to get up to the next building. We'll probably make our next building something that has quite a lot of jobs or something like that, I guess, I don't know. I don't really like having the jobs, or the buildings that have tons and tons of jobs, though. Can kind of screw you over. Alright, there's the volatile motes. I feel like I detect the volatile motes like one system out from where I actually see them. It's kind of weird. Alright, so that drop it, yes. We're down to 49. We've got no problems there. We can build one more thing, actually. Probe the dimensional portal. So that's down there. That's actually a really good one and a really good planet for that to be on. For this other stuff, I could get these things, or I could start working down another tree. I'm trying to remember. I want to check to see if any of these actually gives me more administration. Administrative capacity there. Trust cap, trust growth. I'm trying to look at like both finisher effects and all that other stuff. I don't think there was anything that did. Yeah, I think we've already sort of got all the stuff that we can get as far as that goes. Prosperity could be a good thing for us to have here. I think we go down this route, though. Yeah, I think if we cap this to get the research speed plus 10%, that would probably be our best bet. We'll go with the research options one there. And I guess I can build one more thing. So I might rebuild that generator district that we just demolished because apparently we're short on energy. I thought I needed to destroy more things than I needed to. Map the stars, gone. Let's go ahead and regain it. Governor gained a new trait there. Environmental engineer, that's fine. I could use this time definitely to sort of remove all of these things then. Oh shit. Oh no, this is something different. Okay. This is the Mystic Order. So yeah, these guys are just Caravanneers. Just say hello. Let's see what they have. We have saved many lost souls. They've got 2 merchants for $3,500. So it's 2 populations actually. That's kind of weird. I kind of want to actually check this one just to see what these guys are like, to see if they've actually got good stats. But I think we're just going to stick without having them, because they'll move into our stuff for free eventually later, usually. Okay, so in this particular case, I think we go for the capacity overload and the energy grid sort of stuff, because eventually we're going to find a planet that we want to settle for its energy, and that's going to be kind of what we stick with there. Oh, I know what's going on here. Sea District. You know what? We'll just keep growing with that. I can get rid of this mining one, I think. Or I could get rid of, like, one of these ones. I don't know. Because I still do need, like, this stuff. I can get rid of one of these mining ones, I think. This is going to cause even more unemployment problems, but oh well. It's just like, oh, now we don't have enough housing to... God damn it. Okay, I guess we're going to build this. We're just going to be, like, at 51, which is not terrible, but... Okay, I did kind of need the selective defoliants. It's pretty cheap, so... I think we're going to go with the adaptive bureaucracy right now, though. I think that's going to be a better bet for us. Actually, the generator district's going to get us up to 2 houses. Of course, we'll still be, like, just barely at enough housing, and we still won't have enough jobs, but whatever. Our population here is going to be growing really slowly for a while, so... Okay. Oh, more moats. Okay. Pretty good actual chunk of that, though, too. Bunker bot. Okay. We've traced the unusual electromagnetic radiation emanating from Fin 4 something. So let's check where that is. The reason that this one's important is that this can produce a wormhole. So this is actually a pretty good spot for one. So if we let it continue its mysterious calculation, we're going to find one lever. And what's going to happen is it's going to create a wormhole near it. And if that's a wormhole that we can control, then it's going to be a good wormhole for us to have near our borders, because, you know, more wormholes is more quick research, or not research, but travel. I think this one actually requires construction ships, yeah. Okay, well, we've got a spare construction ship over here, so I guess we'll do that. Send them down here, research projects, and hope they don't close the borders on me. Because if they do, well, whatever. Okay, our first hostiles. Cool. What did we find here? These are the amoebas. Perfect. I really like killing those guys. Okay, so we're going to switch our role to passive and then head over to here. The reason is these guys aren't inherently likely to attack us, so we should be able to double around them and avoid them, but... who knows? Maybe we won't be able to. Let's see here. I might just have to get one of these or something like that. Like, we're at 50 is the problem, so I need to find something that gives us a bit more. We could probably just let ourselves end up with a whole bunch of people who are unemployed. Like, that's probably our best option right now. Been spending, like, loads of minerals on stupid things that I probably shouldn't have. Yeah, the Epsilon aliens, we could investigate them, or we could just kill them. Or I could investigate them and then kill them. I think they give you a speed boost or evasion boost as an option. Or I think you can get regenerative hull tissue from those as well, which I quite like, but plus 5% evasion, just passive, is actually pretty nice to have. Because then you don't really have to think about it. Yeah, if I could buy like one more housing district, we'd actually be fine here. Maybe I just try one of these guys as housing districts. No, I'm not like super far off of getting to another ascension perk, and once we get that, what I can do is take... Let's see if I can find it.
System resources analyzed.
Can't remember which one it is. But there's one that gives you like a crap ton of extra... Well, it's not a crap ton, it's like 30 points of extra admin. Which is not enough, by the way, but... Yeah, Imperial Prerogative. So we could potentially swing over and grab that. I'm going to switch this guy over to the fleet stance there. Just that he doesn't jump into any other nasty, weird things.
Together we will build a brighter future.
Do that. Corvette hull points, ceramo metal armor, or I could do... I feel like this would be more useful. Assembly patterns is also pretty good, but I think we're going to do this one. Get our mining stations to do a little bit more. We're already gaining quite a lot from our mining stations, especially like we got a ton of extra money from these guys. So I think we stick with that. I've got quite a few plants I could consecrate actually, but... Crashed ore freighter, fine. I'm actually going to have this guy come around, do this, then come back down here. I'm sure those guys will also start advancing to there, but nothing I can do about that, really. Okay. I do hate that this guy's traveling all the way down to this for no good reason, really. These guys have got quite a lot of borders and stations and stuff like that. I can build 4 stations. I may have to build one here, actually, just because there's a wormhole on it. So I might as well do that while we're here. I've got time and I've got resources, so upgrade the starport here. We're also looking at a cheaper starport upgrade at this time, so until we lose this current president, I should probably upgrade our stations as much as possible. Alright, so I could try to build down to Hoas, which would get us a really good thing there. An abandoned gateway, so this also is a little bit like a wormhole. The abandoned gateways are a little bit more reliable, though, in some ways. I think I really need to get down to Farud as well. It's just a really nice system, and it blocks Dorelion. Unless, of course, there's someone up here, but there probably is. I don't know. Anyhow, I think we're going to call this one an episode. We've accomplished, I think, enough. Gonna research that. But yeah, I think we've accomplished enough for now. I'm pretty happy with what we've managed so far. Probably want to increase the population growth even more on some of these planets, just because that's sort of how you get stuff done. Probably down here, because this planet's crazy good. So let's go ahead and encourage planetary growth down here. And with, like, it'll counteract some of that 50% loss there. So we're looking at 4.8 now with that. So anyway, about all I can do at this point in time. So I hope you found this episode enjoyable. I know that I'm enjoying this game quite a bit. Yeah, so this is... Okay, so if I recall correctly, this one provides us with... I can't remember what this did. Let's try and find a military use. Let's see what that did, and then I'll call it an end. Alien mural. There's a lot of crap going on here. Okay, so let's get the fusion reactors. I've been running out of energy here. But I want to see what happens with that thing that I picked. Strength from small places, improved deflectors. Oh, that progressed a tech for us by quite a bit, actually. Okay, I'm actually pretty happy with that. That way I don't have to worry as much about that tech. Because 60% to advancement, not terrible. So, yeah, that worked out okay. Anyway, I hope you found this episode enjoyable. I've been really sort of very careful to sort of hover around our Empire Sprawl limit, but I can do some things to increase it. What I may have to do eventually is just reform the government. Eventually, we may want to find something that increases our admin cap, like, say, efficient bureaucracy. Getting an extra 20 of that later on in the game does help out quite a bit there. Also, the ability later for me to go and just be like, okay, well, let's just increase it by 30 with our Ascension perk there. That's also going to be something that we really want to probably do. Getting up to 80 is going to let me sprawl out a lot more without losing any science, without losing my my unity, and without all that other stuff going away. So it's a good way to sort of keep all that good stuff rolling in. But in any event, hope you found this episode enjoyable. I know I'm enjoying the hell out of this. And as always, hope to see you guys all next time.